commend Minister Grange and others who made the decision to bring into Labor Day this year the issue of creating better access and inclusivity for persons with disabilities. I come from a family that has dedicated their lives to the cause of persons with disabilities. I remain chairman of the Mona Rehabilitation Foundation, which supports the Sir John Golding Rehab Center, which is the only facility of its kind in the country and indeed in the wider English-speaking Caribbean, focusing on treating persons who have spinal injuries and other conditions leading to disability. And Prime Minister, I just want to use this opportunity to say that there is a need for the expansion of the bed capacity at that institution, because it was created in the 50s and 60s, and what has happened is with trauma on the roads and gunshot victims with spinal injuries, people falling out of trees, congenital deformities and so on, there is constantly a need for space in the institution, and many times people can't get in because there aren't sufficient beds. So this is a project I would love to see embraced by the government to create some additional bed space there. I've also reached out to the private sector for their support as well. Labor Day is a day of unity. It is a day when we come together, not really as politicians, but as leaders of one Jamaica, and we demonstrate the importance of putting our shoulders to the wheel collectively to move the country forward. And I'm very happy to be part of that, and I look forward to today's activities here. The Institute is a tremendous institution of cultural preservation, natural history preservation, and generally part of the intellectual capital of Jamaica.
First, let me acknowledge the suggestion made by the leader of the opposition regarding some national attention and focus being paid to the Sir John Golding Center for Rehab Center. It is a good idea, and it is something that I will ask both the Minister of Labour and Social Security, the Minister of Local Government, and the Minister of Culture, and most certainly the Minister of Health, to work with that institution to see how it can be expanded. I visited that institution a few years ago, and it is an amazing institution. I believe it may be the one of a kind in the region that provides that kind of residential care, and it is deserving of national attention. So, a good suggestion, which I will accept. I don't know if that will move you any closer to consensus on the matter of the Republic, but it's an attempt. It's an attempt. It's an attempt. I have committed to working towards consensus on these matters. Labor Day is an important day and tradition in Jamaica. The Jamaican state, as we know it, was born out of the labor movement of the 1930s. We mark the sacrifice and struggle of our workers, and we honor their contribution to the development of Jamaican institutions, culture, and industry. This year, we focus on access for elderly persons, for persons with disabilities, and for the vulnerable generally. We will be building ramps and improving accessways, walkways, and entrances to do just that, to improve the access, the ability to enter our buildings. It is not only a physical exercise when the government speaks about access for our vulnerable and access for persons with disabilities and access for our elderly. When we talk about access, we mean giving them the means by which they are able to access a better life, a better quality of life. And I took my Labor Day message to enumerate several ways in which the government is improving access to a better quality of life.